up, Mad Mob here with the fellas, Gonjamin
What's up, boys?
and Big D Swan.
Friar move.
Oh gosh, Aaron Jones for MVP. We are on episode 2 of Q&As. Hey, it's going to be hard to keep track of all this. We got our meat and potatoes episodes. We just started our hot takes, and now we're on episode 2 of the Q&As. We got our Reddit man, Begley, up top with a few. Goni, you got a few from Facebook?
Not today.
Not today.
I feel like Q&A is what people really want, right?
I mean, they got questions, we got answers.
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah, what's the Reddit world got for us?
All right. First one I've got in the inbox. I've got a couple. It's a 12 team. It's a half-point PPR. There's a lot of players involved here, so I'm going to try to go slow. Which side are you taking? Alvin Kamara, Chris Godwin, and Hunter Henry. 4, Elijah Mitchell, Amon-Ra St. Brown, George Pickens, and a 2025 first. I'll say it again. Dynasty B420. He's giving Kamara, Godwin, and Henry. He's getting Elijah Mitchell, Amon-Ra, Pickens, and a 2025 first. And little more information he gave us. He won his league last year, so let's assume he's got a contending roster.
I don't like that trade.
Why?
Alvin Kamara, if you listen to the running back rankings episode that we did, I'm not high on him at all. But he is still a mid-tier RB2 in my opinion, and that's me fading him. Chris Godwin, we all think he's going to be a stud. He's my dark horse to just fly into WR1 status. I think his floor is like mid-tier WR2. Now, when you look at Elijah Mitchell and Amon-Ra, I feel like their ceilings are back-end starters.
Okay.
I just don't like – if you're already contending with the roster that you have, I feel like if you just keep that same roster, you might be getting a little bit better in the future. But Chris Godwin's still young. He just signed a contract. He's going to be with the Bucs for a while. Alvin Kamara probably has another 2 years of productivity in him, and that's kind of lowballing it.
Okay.
There's no – if you're already contending, there's no reason to trade for that kind of youth. You should probably go for something a little bit spicier, or if you feel like you're not going to be contending anymore, shoot more towards picks.
All right, go.
Yeah, I'm on Wayne's side with this one. He hit on a lot of the good things. I don't really love Kamara either, but Mitchell, man, I don't think we see what we saw out of him last year. I just don't think he gets the opportunities. I think he's talented, and if he got the opportunities, he'd get there. It's just they always run so many running backs. Like we mentioned in, I believe, the RB2 episode, it's been 6 years in a row. A different running back has led the team in rushing.
Yeah.
It's just, guys get hurt. You always have to factor that in as well. And it mostly sounds like this guy is just getting younger. He's just trying to get younger by making this trade if he does go through with it. Sure. But I don't know. The 2025 first, that's forever away as well, man. That doesn't really hold a lot of value. Why do you want to wait 3 years?
And you don't even know. It could be a terrible draft class like this past one is. So it's a dart. The draft is a dart throw as it is, but now you're doing a dart throw of a draft within a draft. What do you think, Bex?
I'm with you guys, man. It's an easy hold here. I'm not high on Elijah Mitchell either. Drafting TDP in the third round. Godwin's the jewel of the trade for us, I think. Right? I mean, we both have him as a could be surprise wide receiver 1 this year. Do you think the trade's close enough to say if you added on another piece, or do you think it's a hard pass as is?
If he wants to get younger, I'd break it up for, send away Kamara if you don't like Kamara. I'd hang on to Godwin as well. Like you said, he's the crown jewel of this, but I'd send Kamara and see what I can get for him if I'm really looking to get younger.
Okay, Wayne? Are you blowing it up saying heck no, or is it 1 tweak away?
If he's loaded everywhere else, to the point where it's not a big deal to lose Chris Godwin and Alvin Kamara, and he can still contend.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra is going to be solid.
Solid.
If he can throw in, if the guy that he's trading with has like a mid to early first round selection of the 2023 rookie draft, I would do it. That would be enough to pull the trigger for me.
All right. Necro. Side A has Rashad Bateman. Side B, Devonta Smith, and a mid to late 2023 second. Goni.
So Bateman or Devonta Smith and a
Dark
Late
throw.
second.
late second.
Mid to late, he says. Mid to late.
I'm gonna go Bateman on this
Dang.
one. I liked what I saw out of Bateman last year. I know Devonta Smith he was a Heisman. No, he wasn't a Heisman, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he put up like 20 touchdowns or something. Yeah. All right. So great athlete, this and that. But I mean, you bring in A.J. Brown, so he's not the guy anymore. You have the worst passing offense in the NFL. And I know Jalen Hurts is golden for fantasy, at least right now. You see it in the ADP, and the hype is there from his finish last year. But he's not great at real football. So he's got fantasy gold, but you don't know if he's even going to be the starter come next year or the year after. And I mean, I know Lamar's going to be there. I know the passing pie is very small, but he's the one. He's the one. Well, he's really going to be the second option, most likely behind Mark Andrews. But
Yeah.
I still like him. I still like him over Smith.
Wayne?
I say dang because I'm hoping to get a few disagreements going, but this ain't going to be one of them.
Oh wow, I thought I was going to be the one.
No. Jalen Hurts is just not a good quarterback with his arms. He's great with his feet. All of a sudden, Devonta is now not his first and probably not his second option. I think he goes to Dallas more than Devonta at this point now with A.J. Brown. I mean, obviously Devonta stretches the field more than a tight end does. Devonta's just going to fade away for a little bit. Jalen Hurts is not going to be throwing the ball a lot, as he shouldn't, because he's not a throwing quarterback. He does it with his feet. It's just a dart. And adding a mid to late second round?
Mid to late.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you're getting there. I mean, there's a few diamond in the roughs that have come from late round rookies. A second rounder doesn't tickle my fancy enough to go from a guy who is the guy in the offense with Rashad Bateman to a third option in the red zone guy in a terrible offense.
Yeah, you know what you're getting there. You're getting a hot turd. You know what you're getting there.
The
So
warmest.
it's Devonta and a warm turd for Bateman. Goni, I'm surprised to hear you say that. You hate volume, and you're going with
Whatever, man. Whatever,
Interesting.
dude.
We actually have another Devonta Smith trade question, so I'm gonna just roll right to it.
Sure.
And it makes sense, right? With the AJ Brown acquisition, everybody's people are trying to buy him cheap, right?
It's not even that. I just don't trust Jalen Hurts.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think Devonta Smith is good. I think he had a pretty decent year last year,
Yeah.
but he was the only one there. And I mean, you bring in AJ Brown now, so it
Can
makes it
Jalen
rough.
Hurts spread the field out is the thing, and I just don't think he can. But hit me with the Devonta Smith
All right,
question
here's
number
the
2.
next one. I think this one could really stir the pot up a little bit.
Stir it up, man.
12T, PPR, Pittman and Tunyon, and I can already hear Goni's mustache scintillating over there. Or Devonta Smith, Gesicki. Who are you taking, Wayne? I'm ready to argue because I am strongly on one side here.
Who's team number 1?
This one's easy for me.
Pittman and Tunyon, or Devonta Smith and Gesicki.
Pittman and Tunyon.
Yeah,
Man.
that's an easy play here, right?
Pittman and Tunyon.
Give us something we can argue about.
Pittman
here.
and Tunyon.
Yeah.
Next.
So
Next.
people are asking, man. We got to answer. I think that one's pretty easy.
Yeah, Pittman and Tunyon.
Going to get-
Who sent this question?
Numerous tier or numerous tear. Going to give me one reason why you're taking Pittman and Tunyon, and it's a no-brainer.
Oh, I mean,
Quarterbacks.
Pittman is, quarterback situation. Tunyon, I think, is going to score a ton of touchdowns. I think he's going to have a great year this year just because of the lack of other weapons. And, Pittman finished as the wide receiver 17 last year. He's young and he's getting better.
This side of the trade has Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers as the quarterbacks, and this side of the trade has Tua and Jalen Hurts as the quarterbacks. So
Yeah.
Onward.
Oh. All right. High quality dough. He's got a 12 team, one quarterback PPR. He's got Elijah Mitchell and Justin Fields.
Your boy.
as his QB1, there can't be no.
I mean, he could have punted last year in the draft, right? I mean, or 2 years ago.
But did everybody draft like 3 quarterbacks in this league?
I mean, maybe he sold them. Maybe he had like a Justin Allen type of player, sold them high, built the roster up, and just rolled the dice with them.
Maybe he doesn't like winning.
Elijah Mitchell and Justin Fields. He's getting the 104 in Mac Jones. Wayne.
Hey,
Right.
the
Elijah
104.
Mitchell, Justin Fields for the 104 and Mac Jones. Who are you taking, man?
I feel like it's Elijah Mitchell for Mac Jones in the 104 because Justin Fields should be on the waiver wire as it is.
Facts.
Nah.
Really?
Nah. I'm taking Elijah Mitchell and Justin Fields.
I forget.
Awful.
Oh, Patriot fan. The Patriot fan is.
I forget that Goni
Come on,
thinks Darnell Mooney is going to be the next Jerry Rice.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, the upside that you have for Justin Fields is worlds better than Mac Jones. Mac Jones doesn't have the capability to ever get you like a 30-banger type game.
Neither
Fields?
did the 199th pick in the 2000 NFL draft. Was it 2000? Was it 90? What draft was it?
99, man.
99. I was 1 year off.
Did you watch Fields play? And you're going to argue he has upside?
Yeah, I'm going to argue his upside. He's a mobile quarterback. He started running more towards the end of the season. His legs are going to provide fantasy value. Mac Jones is just his ceiling is probably 20, 22 a game, something like his ceiling. And Justin Fields has a much higher ceiling than that.
So you're saying Justin Fields can slide more towards the Jalen Hurts area.
Gross.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't hate it. I don't hate that take.
That's all.
I
Dude,
hate it every fiber of my body.
I go for upside, man. I go for upside. I want the explosive bang over the mediocre. I mean, Mac Jones is gonna be okay for fantasy. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, his upside is capped at like 2022. He has no playmakers. He has to make no mistakes during the game, and Justin Fields just needs to get you 50 rushing yards, 60 rushing yards, and maybe a tutty. He's got you 12 right there, and then his crappy passing stats that you're afraid of. That's an easy 20 banger right there.
He just the thing that's kind of pulling me away is the 104. This is such a terrible draft class. What are you really getting at the 104?
London or Jameson right there.
Okay, I mean,
Argue that's by far the best piece in this whole trade.
Jameson. So you're saying Jameson Williams is who he's getting at the 104?
That or Drake London or Trey.
Drake. Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
That's the best piece. in the whole trade.
So you're throwing Jameson Williams, who keep in mind none of us had Jameson Williams or Drake London in our WR1 or 2 for a reason, and that Drake
Right.
London is
rookies.
not the first. I mean, it's Kyle Pitts and Marcus Mariota's their quarterback, and that offense is absolutely going to stall every play. And then you've got the Lions with Jared Goff, who also isn't a stellar offense by any means, but then you have Amon-Ra and TJ Hawkinson that are going to be siphoning on that one. I don't like this draft class. I mean, I don't see Jameson Williams or Drake London starting for you.
They may not start for you, but in a dynasty, I'm okay with letting them marinate on the taxi squad because they're going to get opportunity, bro.
Yeah.
So who you taking, Beggs?
I'm taking 104 and Mac Jones as a
God,
snap.
you hate Justin Fields, man.
Dude,
That's incredible.
He's bad. He's really bad.
He's not.
We've seen people like Mariota come in the league. Would you say Mariota was fantasy relevant?
For a year or two. Literally for like 2 years.
I think Mariota's better than Justin Fields. I don't think it's close.
Come on, man. He had a rookie season. He had a partial rookie season. You ready to write him off already?
He got thrown into an absolute garbage organization as well.
With a
He's
terrible
still there.
coach?
He's still there. They wanted to give him the job, and Andy Dalton kept taking it.
Come on, man. Come on.
Justin Fields isn't good.
Justin,
not good
you're
fantasy.
not giving him a fair shake is what I'm saying, dude. You're writing him off after, what do you play, 6 games, maybe 7?
No, he played more than that. Absolutely.
I mean,
While you look that up,
yeah.
let me state my piece. Just look up his average fantasy points in the games he played.
Bro, it's
the
too
Bears
small of a
offense.
sample
It's
size, man.
Anemic. It's absolutely anemic. He started running more because he couldn't find open receivers.
He has to, bro. He has to run the ball. That's part
Because
of
he
his
can't
game.
Right.
Was that part of his game in college? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. But it's a
He
different
played
game.
12 games.
12 games.
Okay.
What did he finish? What was his average fantasy with those great legs of his?
I'm not okay. So rushing, he rushed for 420 yards and 2 touchdowns, 4 fumbles.
That's 40 yards a game going in.
He finished as the QB 31 in 12 games in his rookie season.
Okay, you had 5 on that. Well, what's he averaging per game? Just eyeball it.
I'm 10 and change.
All right. You had 50 points. Does that significantly sway you here?
I get 50 points.
He lost Allen Robinson.
Here's the thing that's
Yeah.
killing me about him is the man threw 7 touchdowns and 10 picks last year.
He's not. He's
12
horrible.
games.
He's horrible.
Oh,
He's atrocious.
I'm not going to lie. I wish I knew you back in the day when Peyton Manning came out in his rookie season and threw like 20 interceptions. You'd be like, oh, he's the worst there ever was. Why'd they ever draft him?
Were you defending Peyton Manning on that during that time frame?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I would be. This would be the same exact scenario right now.
Oh,
Just writing
does
him off
Peyton
after
Manning
a
kill it
rookie
with his
year.
legs?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's eye test, bro. He looks bad.
You got to give him another chance, man. You got to give him another chance.
The only saving grace for Justin Fields is he's like a freaking nature. He's 6'3", 230. He can if he can figure out how to
And
hold
he's
on
quick,
to the ball.
man. He's an athlete.
He can
Brock
barrel through
Osweiler
people.
was a freak of nature. Out of Cannon, he was 6'8". I'm sorry. He's a horrible player. Give me the best player in the trade. I'll take Mac Jones. I'll roll with his 18 a game. I'll roll with that. High quality dough. I'm with the 104. They're with Elijah Mitchell and Justin Fields, man. I'm sorry. Okay. 12 team, half PPR, 1 quarterback league. He is trading Josh Allen in the 108. He's getting Joe Burrow, Juju Smith-Schuster, the 308, and a late 23 first. And he says that he really wants to pair Joe Burrow with T. Higgins, who is already in his lineup for the stack. Are you making the trade? Going? I'll start off with you this time.
One more time. It was Josh Allen, and he's sending
The 108,
a 108 for Joe Burrow.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the 308, and a late 23 first. And he's got T. Higgins on the roster, and he says he's interested in the stack.
Nah. When I heard that Joe Burrow, I'm holding. I'm absolutely holding on that. When I heard, Joe Burrow at first, you set it up for a real nice, like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna take this. And then Juju, I mean, I don't trust Juju to do much this year. It's a half-point PPR also, so I'm factoring that in. A 308 is worthless to me. That's pennies, absolute pennies. And then a first-rounder next year. So, no, man, you have the reigning back-to-back QB1 that you have. I know you love the stack. We all love the stack when your guys throw into your other guy on your team. But he's the QB1, man. He's good. He's going to continue to be good. He can put up games. I think he finished as the QB1 5 or 6 times last year. Not a lot of guys can do that.
Right. Wayne?
I'm sticking with Josh Allen. solely because like the 108, you're getting Joe Burrow and Juju are the meat of this trade. So if you're taking a hit going from Josh Allen to Joe Burrow, why not just use your 108 to get Sky Moore in the rookie draft? He's going about the 8th pick in the first round of the rookie draft. You're looking at a Chris Olave, Sky Moore, Christian Watson in that zone. I think you win if you just stay with Josh instead of going down from Josh Allen to Joe Burrow. Juju's going to be okay this year. We didn't have him even as a WR2. I think you're coming out ahead if you go with a Sky Moore or Christian Watson. You're still young either way. That's what I would do because the 108 is giving you better than what Juju is going to be this year.
I agree. That was from Dearth of Girth, by the way. So I ask you guys, if it's just Josh Allen for that straight up, you keep the 108. Does that change your mind?
Yeah, it does.
Tony?
Yeah, I think so as well.
Okay. What if we modified it to a 208? Is it a snap call?
Yeah, he can have the 208.
208 doesn't really do much for me either. 208 at that point is, I mean, one of these late round running backs or, a day 3.
You're looking at like a Zamir White, Wan'Dale Robinson
Something
type of
like
pickup
that,
at the 208, which they're sitting on your taxi all year anyways, and we'll see what happens. But
it's not a snap either for me. I'd have to think on it because Josh Allen is so valuable, man. It's hard for me to come off of Josh Allen.
King's ransom for Josh Allen as well. Huh?
Jokic and Murray, big Denver fan must be. Sent this in late last night. Rodgers and Adams have been the go-to stack. Who's the new stack to have?
Allen and Diggs.
Donnie?
Burrow Chase for Dynasty, for sure.
For
Burrow
Dynasty. Are we talking dynasties?
Well, let's give them both. This next year, who do you think?
We are.
That's because it fits your argument. I've decided we're not.
Okay, all right. So for Dynasty, Wayne, are you changing your answer to Burrow Chase?
Yeah, they're going to be studs for a decade.
Okay, for redraft, changing your answer?
Diggs Allen. I'm keeping Diggs Allen for a redraft.
For redraft, I would.
He doesn't want to
also-
agree with me, but he just got done.
I'm trying to
suckling the
think
teeth
right now.
of
That's what the
Josh Allen.
silence is. I'm racking my brain for another one.
Hey, hang on. I'm gonna throw this
Russell
out here.
Wilson, Cortland Sutton.
I'm gonna give you 3 stacks that I would seriously consider to be best in redraft. Cousins and Jefferson.
No, that's the first one I went to. No way. Cousins can't compete with the big dogs, bro.
Stafford and Cup.
Potentially.
Murray and Hollywood.
Absolutely not. Get out of here with that Hollywood. He
I
said
hate it.
Murray.
I hate
and
it when you
Hollywood.
try.
That's almost as bad as when I was talking about no notable pickups for the Baltimore Ravens and the running back show. And you're like, oh, Mike Davis. Mike Davis.
I hate it
Sign
when he
Mike
tries to
Davis.
plug his trades all the time. His
Hey.
opinions and trades.
Sorry. Hang on a second, Goni. Let me add a 4th. Rodgers and Aaron Jones.
Get out of here,
Can
man.
I add a 5th?
Sure, man.
Trubisky and Frymouth. No. Let's make it simple, Mad Mob. It's Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs in a redraft, and Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in a dynasty.
I'm taking Burrow Chase on both, man. I really am. All the Bengals love I gave, I have to go Burrow Chase.
I'm gonna go Allen and Diggs as well. I wanted to go Stafford and Cup, but I think that Diggs just has a better year than he did last year.
Yeah. Okay. I know you guys are going to like his question. Bill P, 1988. I'm assuming it's Parcells. Half-point PPR. He's giving up Saquon.
Done.
He's getting 20.
Done. Take him.
He's getting Spiller in a 2023 1.
Done. Do it.
Done.
Spiller's going to be great, dude. When Austin
Give it to me.
Eckler fades off into the distance, Spiller's going to slide right in to be Austin Eckler 2.0. And
Yeah.
for the 1 trillionth time, I love the 2023 first round.
Yeah. Absolutely.
call.
You get younger. You get younger, dude. They're gonna use Spiller just like Eckler. He has the same build. He has the same play style. The offense is phenomenal, and you're getting a 2023 first.
Until they
like Wayne
resign
said.
Eckler. And then see, then
Until they
Eckler's
what?
getting Eckler is at that.
Eckler's 27, man.
Eckler's at that age where you can't really re-sign him for too much. Once you hit 29 as a running back, you're an old man.
I'm going to add a caveat just for the culture. If this is a 10 to 12, a back end 2023 first, I keep Saquon. And I know you guys have been burned by Saquon. So there's a lot of Saquon.
I've never been burned by Saquon.
I'm sorry, you just always agree with Goni. So
I've
there's
been
a lot of mutual.
ultra burned by Saquon.
No, I have a lot of sympathy for everyone else in the entire world that's been burned by Saquon, and there's
So
a
you're-
lot
Yeah,
of them.
get rid of him.
Let's say this is the 12th pick next year. You're still doing it? No brainer? A 1.12 and Spiller for Saquon?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Goni, you know what? I shouldn't even ask you.
Saquon's going to give you a solid
He's-
10 points
he's
for about
a
4
lover
games
score.
next year.
Give me the lint in your pocket and any first round pick for Saquon Barkley.
Wayne, so even if it's the 112,
Yeah.
it's a no brainer
I
for
would
you?
do I would do Isaiah Spiller for Saquon straight up.
That's crazy. It'll be
Let's go.
cheap Saquon.
Get bodied, Saquon.
Saquon. If it had
Saquon's-
mid-round potential.
I can't wait to revisit this at the end of the season whenever Saquon puts up 2 decent games
2,000 yards.
and then gets injured and doesn't play the rest of the year. Oh, if he puts up 2,000 yards, I'm going
Watch
on a
him put up-
hiatus.
yeah. Watch him go. Watch
Contract year.
Watch him go AP status, come within 9 yards of the record, and he's the MVP, and yeah,
Saquon
Contract
Barkley
year.
for MVP.
yeah, right.
I'll eat it. I'll eat it if that happens. I swear to you, if he finishes as RB1 or 2, I'll buy a Saquon Barkley jersey. Not even,
Oh, yeah, I'm
not
willing
even
to die
a,
on that
Not
hill
even a
also.
knockoff Chinese one. Like I'll get like the $150
NFL
like sewn on
The
numbers one.
authentic jammy.
Yeah.
Bill P. 1988. I'm on record saying, unless it's early to mid, I'm holding. Wayne and Goni say, go ahead and just cut Saquon.
Oh, Beggs, I just got this trade question right here. Would you trade Najee Harris and your first round pick for Austin Eckler? No.
Absolutely not. No way.
Okay, I was just wondering, man. It came up on Facebook.
Way.
Who asked it on Facebook?
Najee for Eckler.
Brandon Roberts,
Oh,
What?
man.
friend of the show.
Is he a friend of the show?
He's a brother of the show, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's the best we'll give him.
There's no way. All right.
Supercharged Marcus Simeon on the show, by the way, boys. Expires on the 10th.
Like a swing. Marcus
Just a
Giovanni.
side note, Mad Mom, we're out here grinding the show. If you got any baseball questions, throw them at us, I guess.
Marcus Giovanni. Super flex.
Ooh.
Quarterbacks are worth more. You can play
Ooh.
quarterback in the flex.
Ooh.
He has 2 offers on the table. He can give up Tua and James Robinson and get Wentz in a 2023 1. Or he can give up Dak and get Wentz in a 108 in a 2023 1. Somebody's really trying to give you Carson Wentz, bro.
Yeah.
Here's what I
Take my
see.
trash.
Yeah, let me take this one. For the you give up Tua and Robinson for Wentz and a first, I'm taking that. I think James Robinson isn't worth the piece of old chewing gum on your shoe. I like Wentz to give you two years, right? He's only 29. Wentz is sneaky young. Sneaky young.
Yeah, that's the only sneaky thing about him, man.
He'll be in the league. I'm not high on Tua. I snap accept the first trade. The second one, we're giving up Dak for 2 1s and a Wentz. No way. No way.
He is 29, by the way. Carson Wentz is 29.
He's young. You feel like you should be 34.
Dude, I really like Tua this year, man. I think this is the blow up year for him. So I'm looking for a breakout.
So you're holding on both. You say no to both.
Yeah.
Wayne? You love Carson Wentz. You were just talking about him the other day. You got your bed sheets in the mail.
You know what you're getting at a Carson Wentz, though. You don't know what you're getting at a Tua yet.
Don't.
We're holding.
Yeah.
We're holding Braveheart style.
Wow. Bar the door.
Katie bar the door. Hold door. We're holding Braveheart style.
And it's not even close.
It's not even close, man. There, Wentz. He's trying to fire sell Wentz for a reason. Because he's super hot trash fire garbage. Tua is going to be good this year. He got Tyreek. Gesicki's going to be pretty decent. Jalen Waddle is going to have another good year. They have a stable of running backs, half of which catch the ball. This offense is being built around Tua. You got to stay with him, and that's
Taron Armstead.
That,
Can't stress it enough. Taron Armstead.
Yeah, you're right. We don't mention that enough when we talk about Tua, but yeah, that is a big piece. And in a super flex, you gotta stand firm on those quarterbacks. You just have to. And if you have Dak already, Dak is traditionally a solid fantasy guy. And if you've got Dak and Tua, you're all right, man. Just hold.
Yeah.
Hold
dead fingertips.
That's what I was doing. If y'all heard like the random noise in the background, I was trying to play the video of Braveheart where he's saying hold, but it was just horses galloping. I didn't do it. It was a fail.
It was a lot of fuzz.
It would have been good if it worked out.
Cash Money 64. 12-team PPR. He's giving up Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju and Devonta, boys, they're on the block in a lot of leagues. Trying to sell high, buy low, right?
Yeah, trying to capitalize.
He's giving up Juju and getting James Conner in a 2024 third.
Yeah, snap call. Yeah, absolutely.
Snap call.
I was just going to say, I was hitting on you guys on that one, man. You're a little slow.
Now, well, I was waiting for I was thinking like just Juju to get James Conner. If I'm the James Conner side, I'm not doing James Conner for Juju straight up, let alone if you're asking me for more.
Agreed. In a dynasty, is there no value to Juju for 5 years? James Conner's good for what, 1 or 2 years more probably. What if Juju's good for 5? Does that change your,
How good has he been for the last couple, aside from the breakout year?
The second he became the number one, he.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely do that.
Accept it before he pulls the trade back.
Yep.
Baba Booey 4.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
He said he's got a contending squad. He's giving up Leonard Fournette, Tyler Lockett, and a 2024 second to get Stephon Diggs. Mr. Stack of the Year.
Snap call.
Snap call.
Snap call. Wayne, why are you snap calling?
Tyler Lockett's a feast or famine. Then you've got Drew Lock coming in there. Who was the other one?
Fournette and Lockett in a 2024 second.
Fournette's going to be
underrated.
He's going to be solid. He's underrated.
Oh yeah, he's underrated.
He's going to be solid this year, but you just if you're contending, I don't think your team is hinging on Leonard Fournette this year, but what you'll go taking out your flexed piece of trash that you got and slotting in Stephon Diggs, you definitely win that one because Tyler Lockett is that really annoying fantasy guy that you feel you have to start week in and week out, and he lets you down 75% of the time because he's always like WR2 every year, but it's because he has 2 50-point games.
Right.
He's the most frustrating guy to roster ever.
He was a little better last year as far as his consistency went, but Stephon Diggs just signed a new extension, so he's tied to Josh Allen for the next 4 years. Like you said before, Tyler Lockett has got Drew Lock there, so there's going to be a lot more famining than feasting.
Femini.
Femini.
All right.
And, yeah.
All right. Easy call there. I'm ready to argue, boys. I'm ready. I'm locked and loaded.
Been waiting for one.
Got 6 bullets in the chamber. JF Chops 2 says he got offered Pitts and 224 first for Justin Jefferson. Goni's pensive, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Let me go first here. I'm taking Pitts and a 224 first. I'll tell you why. Love Jay Jeff. He's my number one receiver. Kyle Pitts is a unicorn. To do what he did as a rookie tight end last year is unprecedented. On a terrible team and on a terrible offense. I'm taking Kyle Pitts.
No, I thought you said Pittman. Michael Pittman.
Kyle Pitts.
Oh.
24 first.
A different Pitt.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm taking Pitts. He locks down a position where it's so hard to find value. You're not going to replace Jay Jeff. I think you can get closer than you can with, say, if you're running with a Hawkinson versus Pitts. I think Pitts is a significant upgrade. Give me Pitts and the picks. I'm ready to argue it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Nah, dude, the Pittman, I was thinking about it, a little bit, and I probably would have done it for Pittman as well, but Kyle Pitts makes it way easier for me. You're getting the positional advantage.
Yes.
It's the positional advantage. Like you said, man, Kyle Pitts is a generational talent there, and you're getting 2 first-round picks coming up. Sure, they might be dart throws, just like all of them. A higher success rate dart throw, but for the positional advantage, plus you don't know if Kirk Cousins is going to be with Justin Jefferson after next year. So, yeah, give me Kyle Pitts in the picks.
Wayne,
keep your bullets in the chamber, man.
Oh,
it's solely if I knew Kirk Cousins was going to be there for the next 3 or 4 years, I would argue for Jay Jetta. You just don't know who's going to be throwing on the ball after this year.
Yeah,
and that's kind of a big deal, and it's not. It's close. I won't say it was. I'm not snap calling it.
It's a good trade. It's fair.
I'm not snap calling it at all. 224 firsts. You can find value there. It's not like like you said. It's a more accurate dart throw. You're at least doing this dart throw with your eyes open.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
I'm taking it just only because you don't know if Kirk Cousins is going to be wearing that purple next year.
Look at the harmony, boys. Man,
I hate it.
Harmony.
I hate
Our
it.
mix cycles are in sync.
I hate it.
Man, I hate it also.
Hang on.
Like to argue. I mean, Kirk Cousins will be there next year. He's there through 2023, but 2024 and on.
You're taking it. It doesn't feel good, but you take it.
Right.
Full moon.
What'd you find out there, Wayne?
Full moon. That's what I found.
All right. Okay. Maybe this one will get the juices flowing, boys.
I wish they would.
I'm ready to scream at one more.
I'm sitting up in my chair.
I'm ready to scream. Spirited Banana 6'9" asked a very interesting question. He asked a couple questions. In a half-point PPR, the next 2 to 3 years, do you like Adams or Diggs?
I like Diggs.
I like Adams.
1A, 1B.
Half-point PPR. Half point.
Yeah.
You're going with it?
Yeah, I'm still going Diggs.
Why?
Because I know Devontae Adams is great and all, but he will be facing more competition in Las Vegas than he had in Green Bay with Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller. And, I mean, Josh Jacobs has started getting an uptick in targets. I'm pretty sure that the Bills throw the ball more anyways over the Raiders. And he's got Gabe Davis to compete with, really.
And who's the better
they brought
quarterback?
In Jamison Crowder. Yeah, better quarterback, just better offense in general. Like, it's for me, it's Diggs. That's my explanation on it.
Better quarterback, less competition.
Adams is a better receiver. Can we agree on that? In terms of
Yeah, absolutely. Opportunities, though. Opportunity usually beats out talent.
I was talking about this in an earlier podcast. I think the Raiders threw the ball 7th most in the league. I'm going to look and see. Because while I'm yapping, could one of you guys look and see how often Buffalo threw the ball last year?
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. Go ahead and.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
To me,
Yeah.
To me, playing with better players. Now, it's a drop quarterback. Fifth.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Fifth. Oh,
similar.
fifth with less competition.
Mm-hmm.
Less competition, but to me, I think Adams is the kind of guy that plays better players, makes them better.
You hear that, Goni? You hear the sound of Begley swallowing his tongue.
No,
It's a beautiful sound. It's a
he's
beautiful
going to
sound.
get more single coverage in Las Vegas. And as you guys have said
Why?
repeatedly, why? Because I think Waller and Renfro is better than any piece he played with the Green Bay, as well as the.
So you don't think the defense accounts for Devontae Adams first and foremost?
I don't think they can game plan specifically for him. No, like they could at Green Bay. I think Waller and Renfro are good enough to punish one-on-one matchups enough, but
Okay.
you can't exclusively roll.
I mean,
coverage.
Waller's going to be. He's going to have linebackers picking him up more than anything, though.
Look,
You don't
you
think you
guys-
don't think they're going to be shading some safety help over Devontae's side?
I'm sure, but I'm sure they will. But you guys said it best, right? AFC West. Everybody wants a piece of that in fantasy this year. Shootouts, right? You're gonna have to score to keep up with teams you play against. To me, Raiders score more points than the Bills this year. I think it's a better offense altogether. I think I have the Raiders as a top 3 offense this year.
Can I extend a doink bet to you?
Yes.
Okay, what's the criteria?
You just said you think the Raiders score more
Yeah.
points than the Bills.
Just points? It's not fantasy points, just straight points.
No, just straight up offensive. Well, just points in general.
Doink it.
All right, Wayne, who you got in this one?
Easy. It's Bills.
Okay.
Bills. I don't have much of an explanation there. They have the better quarterback. Stephon Diggs is a beast.
You're underrating Carr. He's underrated.
Derek Carr is.
He's not really though.
He's underrated. He's actually one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league, man.
Hey,
he finally got.
Hey, Bree, do you mind?
Listen. Don't hear what goes on in our house.
Yeah, but at the same time, oh man, look, he's in the forest now.
What a
He's got flowers and meadow. How'd you get outside, man?
what a beautiful grove that Beckley has found himself in.
That's the perfect place for a fantasy podcast right there.
Oh man,
Groves.
comedy.
Derek Carr is too underrated, man. You're sleeping on him. He's never had a one. He's never had one.
I don't think he's underrated. I think he's solid, but you can't. He's not in the same tier list as Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs, no, bro.
You take away Josh Allen's legs. If
Doink-
you just look at,
do you want a
just
doink
compare-
bet? Do you want a doink bet on that one? Josh Allen versus Derek Carr?
What, throwing yards? Passing yards? What do you want? Throwing yards. It's like it's 1943. I'm talking about Bart Starr.
Throwing yards.
How are you want passing yards, passing accuracy? Well, I'll take an accuracy bet all day.
I don't even know where we were. Let me just give a quick preface here. We had to splice because Goni's baby and my baby were in perfect unison and wanting a bottle at the exact same time. So
Here's where we were. Goni was just starting to agree that he would take Adams over Diggs. if you look historic, now I know situations change.
That's not where we were.
Adams scores touchdowns. Adams scores touchdowns. He's an absolute red zone monster. Diggs isn't that. In a half-point PPR, you got to have touchdown scorers, man.
You're banking off the past, though.
Absolutely. I trust Derek Carr. Unequivocally.
Derek Carr, we already mentioned before, man. Derek Carr has not thrown. He's thrown over 30 touchdowns one time in his career. Is he going to do it again?
He's never had a one.
listen.
Amari Cooper was his one.
Gone.
A young Amari Coops.
Stop it. You don't even feel good about that.
Feel
I can,
all right.
I can tell by your face you don't feel good about it.
Bro, you, the Cowboys, thought he was good enough to trade for him and then give him $100 million.
I'm glad he's gone. He's not a one.
I'm sure.
He's not a one.
He's not a one.
Wayne, final verdict. Do you want the guy who scores a lot of touchdowns and is clearly the better receiver, or are you going for the guy who has a better quarterback?
I'm going with the guy that's got a better quarterback. I just
Derek
he's
Carr
not-
better.
I
He doesn't
just
have
can't
Hall of Fame Aaron Rodgers anymore.
Yep, thank you. I just I can't get past the fact that like Begley decided to go into like some field of flowers in the woods, and Goni chose to be like the Windows XP background as is.
No, I'm really outside, man.
It's It's a crazy.
My wife
Hey,
says we need the Sound of Music playing as our intro now.
worth the
It looks like he is.
what? Bree, do you mind?
She honestly, she was here for the Adams Diggs takes, boys, and she agrees with that.
I'm sure she does.
Ah, man, this is why I love the Q&As. A lot more relaxed. Just hanging
All right.
out. We're in
This is
grassy
pretty-
knolls. We're in beautiful forests. We're splicing to feed our children.
I got wives in the background giving their thoughts on fantasy football.
Yep.
All right, this is a good one. This is one that I have to think about. I'm really still not sure after reading it. PPR, Superflex, whatever that matters. There's no quarterbacks involved. He's giving up Javonte Williams, which I'm going to preface this by saying right now, Javonte Williams, his stock's at an all-time high, right? Like, people are kind of overvaluing Javonte Williams
Oh, okay. Yeah.
a little bit. Like, he's going for a little too much for a guy who's in a committee.
If it's a
Confirmed committee.
if it's a dynasty, then I don't think he's necessarily being. His stock is about where it should be because next year he'll be that dude.
Okay. He's getting projected mid-rounds in 2023, the 1 to 4, first, second, third, fourth round picks. The way it was worded was weird. He's getting first, second, third, and fourth round picks next year, all projected to be kind of in the middle. Chase Claypool.
So four picks and Claypool for
Yes.
Javonte.
Yes. Wayne, are
No.
you taking Javonte in a first,
Absolutely
second, third,
not.
fourth for Chase Claypool?
And he's trying to throw a lot of things at him to cover up the fact that he's getting fleeced.
He's waving his arms, causing a distraction.
Yeah. He's trying to hit him with that tiger claw and then kick him in the nuts. No, that's a terrible trade because Chase Claypool, we all agree, is not going to be any good. Then you have the first round pick that might be decent. It's mid round. It won't be Javonte Williams. And then you've got second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 27th round. Like, nobody cares about those, man. Keep Javonte. He's going to be great whenever Melvin Gordon is not there next year. And you'll be fiending for that Javonte Williams type role that you'll just be watching another guy get to just steamroll teams with, and you'll have Chase Claypool and then some random dudes that you picked in the third round.
Donnie?
Yeah, no, that's an easy. Absolutely not for me, sir. If I would trade all of my rookie picks every year for a guy of Javonte Williams' caliber.
Yeah.
Even splitting last year, he finished as like the RB 17, I think. I'll take that out of all four of my picks every year.
Yeah, I try to sprinkle a little crushed red pepper on that trade before we started to get you guys riled up. Couldn't do it.
Nah.
Okay, Tony, I got to start with this one, bro. You got to be the one. I got to hear from you. It's a Gabe Davis trade.
Let's go.
As you're laying
Sold.
tonight under those Gabe Davis bed sheets, you got to think about the answer to this trade. This guy's giving up, and by this guy I mean Cade Miggs, 1987. He's giving up Tyreek, getting Gabe Davis, and a 23 mid to late 1.
Say that one more time.
Cade Miggs, 1987. He's giving up Tyreek Hill. He's getting Gabriel Davis.
Gabriel, not Gabriel.
Ladies and gentlemen, if
Put some
that
respect
doesn't
on that man's
feel
name.
there, as his super fan, are you writing him letters every week? Are you going to the Bills
For-
training camp
in exchange for jerseys and tickets?
Oh my Lord, have mercy. Okay,
Personally, man, I don't think he's getting enough for Tyreek. In all reality, I don't think he's getting enough for Tyreek, and that he should go for another mid-tier wide receiver.
like who?
I mean, it depends on the composition of his team. If you're rebuilding, I'd go younger. If you're contending, I'd look at a more established veteran.
He should be able to get kind of like a mid to back end WR2 kind of
Who?
like a Hollywood Brown.
So you're calling if you get Hollywood Brown and a 23-1 for Tyreek, you're taking it. I'm snapped. I'm
Yeah.
snapped.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't think Hollywood is. I think Hollywood's a little too much. In addition to the first round pick.
What about
Um,
Hooper?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Amari Cooper's too much as well.
Maybe I'm just low on Amari.
You're extra low on Amari, bro, and Gabe Davis both.
Okay, what about a Christian Kirk or an Alan Lazard type player?
That right there, that's perfect. Something along those lines. That tier of wide receiver.
Wayne, if I'm dangling Christian Kirk right above you,
Not Christian Kirk. Well, I'd rather have Alan Lazard
Christian
personally.
Kirk on the rod, it's bobbing in the water. He's swimming up to bite it for Tyreek Hill. Christian Kirk won.
I'd lick on it a little bit. I don't know that I'd bite. Not with Christian
Okay.
Kirk. I'd have to take Alan Lazard.
You
And
just
Hall of
stipulated.
Famer Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, he's sending Tyreek Hill. We're not doing this the other way around. Like, he's sending Tyreek Hill. So why wouldn't you want to get more pieces? And Alan Lazard is a solid piece to get.
No doubt.
Yeah, he's not trying to get Tyreek Hill. You can't be like, oh, if I dangled these two turds and a pick in front of you, would you take it?
No. I'm trying to. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help my man's out here. I'm trying to give him. Okay, we don't like this trade.
If this is a trade that's on the table and there's no messing with it from either side, don't do it.
Yeah.
Let's make it as black and white as possible. Don't do it if this is the trade and it can be altered. If it can be altered and you want to shout at us next week with more pieces that can or can't be involved, let us know. And we'll figure out a good trade for you.
All right. Baby Yoda, 5'5", says he's giving up Dak Prescott in a 205. It's a super flex.
Okay.
Dakarius Prescott in the 205. Go Cowboys. He's getting the 102, which in parentheses he's got Drake London. So I don't know if that means it is Drake London or if he's going to take Drake London.
He's going to take Drake London.
And Antonio Gibson. That's a hard pass for me. Much as I
Snap
love-
call.
In a super flex? No way. Give me Dak in a super flex.
First off, can we just Baby Yoda's not a character. It's Grogu. It's not Baby Yoda. It's Grogu. Baby
Wow.
Yoda's
Hey,
Baby
you know
Yoda's a
what?
facade.
Some of us have Gabe Davis bed sheets. Others of us have Obi-Wan Kenobi trinkets.
Listen, there's
Keep us
something.
warm at
He's not. It's not Baby Yoda. It's a different person. It's Grogu.
Okay.
Anyways, no, I'm taking Antonio Gibson and please just Kenneth Walker. Don't Kenneth Walker, not Drake
Agreed.
London. Kenneth Walker and Antonio Gibson.
I'm keeping
Give me
I'm
Dak.
keeping Dak. You have to assume that he doesn't. You have to assume Dak is his QB1, right?
Yeah,
Has to be, right?
Yeah, Dak's his QB1. So his QB2 is probably someone like
Okay. Hang on a second, boys. I missed some
Okay.
information. He's got Justin Herbert and Lamar.
oh, snap call. Snap call.
But I'm sorry. That's on me. That's on the moderator's fault. But I'm still on record and saying I don't think that's enough for Dak. He definitely shouldn't have to give the 205.
who cares? It's a 205.
Okay, but to me, Drake London and Gibson for Dak in a super flex is not enough. Gibson's value's dropping. We all acknowledge that in our rankings. The Brian Robinson signing, the J.D. McKissick signing, it scares us a little bit. We're a little nervous. His ADP's fallen. The 102 Drake London, it's not a great class. To me, I think you could go with something a little bit better.
Dak Prescott's on his bench. Can we agree with that?
Behind Herbert and Lamar,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Probably.
He's trading bench players for starters. Boom, snap call. It's as simple as that. If you are trading inactive points for active points, make the trade. It's literally that simple.
But it would have to be Gibson. He's not starting London. It'd have to be Gibson.
Sure. I mean, if he's trading for Alan Lazard and Alan Lazard is in his starting lineup, he's trading inactive points for active points. He is adding to his active point total. Always make those trades. If you're trading bench players for starters at any level, do it because it's helping your team.
I don't disagree with the logic, don't he?
No, I 100%. Especially if you have the depth.
Agreed. I'm a little confused.
If
Are you good? You good with it?
yeah, trade away Dak. Now that I know that he has two other guys, he has not just two other guys. He's got Justin Herbert,
Two better
and
guys.
Lamar. Yeah, absolutely. This is This is easy here. So, I mean, he gets a shot at a rookie wide receiver that he wants, and he's going to get a running back that's going to probably be a starter for him. In worst case scenario, flex. Antonio Gibson's not going any lower than the flex. He's not trading for Gibson to sit the bench.
Yeah. No.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
I-
yeah.
no.
Yeah, no.
I think I agree in a vacuum, right? This is the only trade you've got. You take it. I think you can get more from Dak, maybe from another player in your league.
No.
Personally,
No.
just my opinion. I think Dak's a top 5 quarterback. Just my opinion.
Top 5 what?
Top 5 and
Super
what?
flex. I think he's a top 5 super flex quarterback.
How? The quarterbacks are
Doink
ranked
bet.
the same
Dibs,
no matter.
dibs, doink bet that he's not a top 5 fantasy quarterback.
No.
In Superflex. Yeah.
I'm gonna
You got to throw in the
In a
Superflex.
redraft,
That's what he means.
dynasty.
I'm gonna
Superflex.
rescind it. I think I had him top 10 in my rankings. I'm gonna hold true to that. I'm gonna rescind that. I got caught up in an argument. I want to start an argument and I can't.
I mean, you had one. You found one.
I tried to doink you, man.
No, I want to start an argument, but I can't. All right. Dynasty punter says he's got a 12-team PPR 1 quarterback. He's got a contending team. He's giving up DK Metcalf and Chris Godwin, and he's getting Stephon Diggs and Elijah Moore. Wayne, are you taking Metcalf and Godwin? Or are you taking Diggs and Elijah Moore and a PPR for a contending team? Go ahead and let it marinate for a minute on that one. Gone, do you have a snap call? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hang on to DK and Godwin, bro. Especially if you're a contender. I know he's getting who? Elijah Moore and Diggs. I know Diggs is great. Don't get me wrong. Diggs is great, but you're a contender already. You have a 28-year-old Stephon Diggs right now. Elijah Moore. We don't know what we have out of Zach Wilson. He didn't pass the eye test to me
He was
last
good
year.
last year.
He was good for a rookie, but he also plays for the Jets. On the other side of it, Chris Godwin is going to
Love
be
Chris Godwin.
he's going to be awesome. And DK is so young. I think he's only 24 years old right now. You have time to let him grow, really. He can go to another team. I don't think he gets re-signed to Seattle. I don't think he'll be in Seattle after his contract is up.
Wayne?
Going apples to apples and staying true to where we had them, did any of us have Elijah Moore in our top 40?
40.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. If it was, he definitely was back in.
So we had DK Metcalf was at our consensus 19, and Chris Godwin was at our consensus 15. Then you look at Stephon Diggs, that was at our consensus 5. I think you're getting more points with a 15-19 player than you are with a 40-plus player. You have to go with what combination is going to give you the most points. I love Stephon Diggs. I love Josh Allen. I love the Bills' offense. But Chris Godwin and DK Metcalf are going to give you more points than Stephon Diggs and Elijah Moore.
And they're more youthful. That combination is more youthful. I mean, Elijah Moore is 22 years old. DK is 24 years old. Elijah Moore finished as the wide receiver 49 last year with Zach Wilson. So, I mean, it's going to hinge on him. I know DK is not playing with Russ Wilson anymore, but he is just a raw, talented specimen, just a freak of a man. And his upside infinitely better than Elijah Moore.
Don't we see these kind of trades a lot? Like you're giving up the best player and the worst player in the trade, and you're getting the second and third. You know what I mean? You see that a lot in trade.
Mm-hmm. I think he's worried about DK losing value. Honestly, I think he's trying to jump ship. Is just by bringing this trade up in general. I think he's trying to jump ship on DK before, just before this year happens, really.
But
so he can get value
like
out
you
of him.
said, I think he's going to move on from Seattle, and his situation is going to get better regardless of where he's at.
Yeah.
Take the points. You're getting more points with those two players as opposed to Elijah Moore and Stephon Diggs. And I hate I know the thought of having Stephon Diggs on your team is tantalizing, but just stick with DK and Godwin.
Yeah. Agreed. All right. I've got two more. Mr. Wuggs, 12-team Superflex PPR. Brandon Cooks and Chenault or Deontay Johnson?
Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson is going to give you more points, and is Chenault starting in anybody's? It's essentially Chenault. It's essentially Cooks and Johnson. Johnson's going to be the better player, in my opinion, this year. Chenault's going to ride your bench. Cooks and Deontay Johnson are the point-for-point guys that you're going with here. Leave Chenault doesn't matter. He just doesn't matter this year. Give me Deontay Johnson.
Goni?
This is Dynasty, right?
Dynasty.
Yeah, give me Deontay as well, man. He's 25 years old. He's a better player. I mean, Chenault is a non-factor. If it was straight up, it's real hard for me this year because Brandon Cooks is that dude. He's always that dude. We've talked about him before on the Wide Receiver 2 episode. But he's a little older. So give me the age discrepancy. Give me the younger guy, the talent, and Deontay.
All right. Last question. Behams 15. He has two questions. One, he asked for a little-known running back that you're drafting late to help bolster the squad. Wayne, give us a late-round flyer running back.
Spiller.
Like startup or?
Oh, is it? Are we talking Dynasty or are we talking?
Yeah.
It would be Dynasty, but I don't think he's talking rookie draft. I think he's talking just kind of in general. So I think this could apply to redraft as well. Who's a guy you're just taking, say, around 13, 14 for depth that you think has a chance to be impactful? Running back.
A guy that you can take in round 13 or 14.
I'll tell you a guy that I think you can get for next to nothing, who can have some value. I think it's Jamal Williams from the Lions. He's been a career backup. I think he's solid. DeAndre Swift, we know, has health concerns. Jamal got hurt last year. He was playing well before the injury. He's a big back. I mean, it's a handcuff, but I think Jamal has a little bit of standalone value in a pinch, which is what we're going with here, right?
Yeah. Mine is going to be – I'm going to take Darrell Williams. Darrell Williams, he went to – what's that?
After he left KC?
Yeah, he left. He played great for Kansas City last year. He went to Arizona. He's going to be backing up James Conner. James Conner has an injury history. He gets hurt, so it's possible. Darrell Williams was very good last year. I'm in a startup dynasty draft. I ended up getting him in the 19th round.
Yeah.
So super late. You're not losing anything. It costs you nothing. I liked what I saw out of him last year with Kansas City. The Cardinals like to run the ball, in between the 5-yard line and the 10 when they're almost getting ready to score. So, and he can catch out of the backfield as well. He's good, man. He just needs the opportunity, but he's good.
He's good. Wayne?
Late round flyer. It's a guy that,
It's flyer.
It's a guy whose ADP, he might go higher just because of the name, but his ADP is dropping significantly to be in that double-digit round type of category. I think actually, who did you say, Goni? Darrell Williams?
Yep.
I think they're very close to each other. I'd take Chris Carson late. That offense is they're going to have to depend on him more. Drew Lock throwing the ball. Chris Carson is the clear number one in the backfield for them. If he can stay healthy, he can definitely make an impact. And his ADP is he
went 17-11 in this dynasty startup I'm in.
Yeah. So that's my guy. He's a guy that's really far back and is still the primary back for his team.
All right. I gave us the potatoes first. Here's the meat. Cam Akers in a 2023 1 or Joe Mixon?
Where's the one at?
And it doesn't say.
Cam Akers in a 2023 one or Joe Mixon? Man,
That matters.
is he a contender?
doesn't say.
Oh man, vacuum.
Let's say it's a mid pick and he's a mid pack team, right? I feel like he can contend or he could bottom out. It can go either way. I think that's the best way to evaluate
I'm
it.
taking Joe Mixon in a vacuum.
You're taking Mixon.
I love volume. I know you all hate volume. I love volume. Give me volume. Cam Akers doesn't have it. I love the 2023 rookie draft, but if we're assuming mid-tier here, give me Joe Mixon. Give me Joe Mixon for another 4 years of productivity.
4 years. He's 27,
I don't think so,
bro.
I don't think 4 more years.
Lose volume.
3 more years.
Peterson.
Okay, man.
Are you about to defend Cam Akers after you vehemently think that once you tear your Achilles, you just need to go on a corner somewhere and hold up a homeless sign?
I'm not. I'm taking the I'm taking the Mixon side, but
quit looking at me like that, man.
Just for that reason, I think Cam Akers is a volume play, but
He always agrees with you, man. He just wanted to make it look, a little worse than it was.
I'm taking Mixon, and it's a no-brainer. Players don't come back from Achilles injuries. Sell them. Get rid of them.
Mine has the caveat of if you're not a contender, if you're a fringe playoff team or worse, Cam Akers and the one, man, just try and build your team up. If you see a good year out of Cam Akers, then his value goes up and you can off him if you need to or keep riding him. Sean McVay loves him. I mentioned this before. He was my 24th ranked running back in the RB2 show. He's going to get the volume. He plays in a great offense. I'm willing to take the gamble on it and acquire an additional first round pick if I'm a fringe playoff team or not even competing. I'm down for that.
So maybe the best way to think about these is if you're in a draft, you've already drafted Mixon.
Yeah.
Akers is off the board. It's round 6 in your draft and the trade's proposed to you. That's probably the best way to evaluate these. Give
me the volume.
It's round 6.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, you're in the middle of a dynasty startup draft, and this trade comes across to you. I think that's the best way to look at these kind of trades in a vacuum.
Oh, no, then it's done deal. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, you're taking Mixon, right?
Well, because you can obviously see that you chose Mixon more than likely in the first round if we're just doing a, PPR, non-superflex. You're not going to trade your first.
I hate it when Begley tries to throw out little caveats just to get you to agree with him.
Right. Let me tweak this. What if it was 73 degrees on a Tuesday in November?
Craziness. What is Joe Mixon? He's not going first round in dynasty startups. There's no way.
Joe Mixon.
You got to get me in that league if he's going first.
I think he is, right?
He's close. He's close. I actually took him. I had the 112 to start, and I took him at the 201.
Who were running backs that went after?
Running backs that went after him. Dalvin Cook went at the 202.
You're taking Mixon over Cook?
In a dynasty? Yes.
Yeah.
Same age, Wayne.
No, Dalvin Cook is 28, 29?
No.
Joe Mixon's a year younger and has a way less injury history.
He's a year younger. I think he turns 27 this year.
I'm pretty sure.
No, Joe Mixon's 25 and Cook's 26.
I'm pretty sure.
Go ahead, man.
I'm pretty sure Begley said Dalvin Cook's body was held together by paper clips and string in a past episode.
It might have been Elmer's Glue as well.
Elmer's Glue.
He plugged Elmer's Glue, who's not a sponsor, by the way.
That's what it was. Elmer's Glue. That's what I'm saying. He tries to just stick to your guns, man.
Dude.
Just put little Post-it notes whenever you make a point about any player. Just stick a Post-it note somewhere so you don't go against that point later on.
It's just surprising.
The computer's going to be lined. All them trees in the background, you're not going to be able to see him because of all the sticky notes he's going to have.
All right. Okay. Who else went after him?
Breece Hall went at he was the next running back. Breece Hall, Alvin Kamara. After that, 3rd round, Nick Chubb, Saquon at the 305, A.J. Dillon, 306, J.K. Dobbins, 312, Montgomery at the 401, Aaron Jones, ETN, Cam Akers at the 405. You want me to keep going?
So Mixon went kind of late. I mean, I don't think he belongs with any of those guys other than probably Dalvin Cook.
It went the guys in front of him, just to keep it quick, the guys that went in front of him were Jonathan Taylor, Najee, Swift, Javante, CMC, Eckler, and King Henry.
Ooh, in a dynasty startup, King Henry's going up that much? I'm staying away from King Henry in a dynasty startup.
As am I. I don't want any part of him.
All right.
But interesting.
Well, that was it, Mad Mob. Q&A number 2 in the books. Not a lot of disagreements on this one. It's Begley's fault. We can blame him.
Yep.
But still, I mean, at least you all got clear-cut answers this episode.
Yeah.
And
Nope.
I mean, it was a good episode. I'll take it.
He's shaking her yams in the background. You have to splice that out way.
No, you're in the forest. It's all good. So Twitter at MadFF Podcast. Email us at madffpodcast@gmail.com. We are on YouTube, Mad Fantasy Football Podcast, and I will say that this episode is one that you should watch on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, we don't typically do a lot of analytics on the Q&A episodes, but I'm going to hit you with some analytics. YouTube, 87.8% of our viewers are not subscribed. Only 12.2% of our viewers are subscribed.
The blasphemy.
And that's a fact.
Look
That's
it
a
up.
fact. It shows in the
It's
channel
free.
analytics. Listen, guys, do us a solid. If you're enjoying the content, please just hit that subscribe button. Let us know we're doing something right, or just make fun. I don't care what you do. We're out here grinding. We're what?
Yeah.
With the Q&As and hot takes and meat and potatoes. What have we done? 11 episodes, 12 episodes in a month.
Bro, have you seen the cost of formula? We got 2 babies. Man. It's free to subscribe even if you hate us.
Hey, we get
Look forward. So you're starting out at the ground floor right now. You see all the barren trees in Begley's background. It used to be the basement. Now he's out into the forest. You're going to see sticky notes lining those trees,
Well, that's
like
not
the
good.
Ohio State decals.
Look, because 87.8% of you all aren't subscribed. Goni and Begley lost their homes. Goni's out in a grassy knoll and Begley's out in the forest. I'm
I
next.
sleep by that hill right there.
He's like, I'm gonna be like Wreck-It Ralph. I'm gonna have to sleep on bricks.
Man.
All right, guys. We just appreciate the subs. Appreciate any support. Seriously, if you're listening, then whether you're subscribed or not, in all honesty, we really appreciate you. And until next time, we'll catch you later, Mad Mom.
Boom.
Guys.